Welcome to Legacy Elevated. We are here to equip, empower, and inspire the next generation through business and community leaders. Legacy Elevated will revolutionize your business beyond the P&L to further shape your identity as a company and your evolution as a brand. Legacy Elevated focuses on global impact you can have by being hyper-local in charity and community while living with your future legacy in mind.
Wonderful. We're here today with Monica Colburn, and it's amazing just to see her journey, where she is today, and all the different things that she is doing. Monica, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today, James?
Good. Thanks so much for coming into the studio, and I can't wait to get started talking about everything. I met Monica through a mutual friend and know that she is a beauty savant. Is that even a thing? And everything that she does. Her studio that's local is here in Alexandria in Old Town, and it's called the Color Room.
Yep, the Color Room Salon. Yes.
Awesome. And I know you're big on social media. We'll have a time at the end to give you information, but go ahead and give a plug for where they can find you on Instagram right now.
Yeah, sure. So, hey, guys, I'm Monica Colburn. You can find me on Instagram at Mac_hair, and that's just MAC_HAIR.
Love it. And I met Monica through someone that actually used you for your services for hair.
Yeah, she's one of my clients.
And quickly, Monica realized I would not probably be a candidate since I'm bald. However,
Perfect candidate for a husband's, though, because, see, I want my husband to be bald so I never have to cut his hair.
Perfect. I love it. And we've actually used Monica's services with our other clients within the real estate company, where, especially during COVID, it was really a cool concept where you went out and you went to their property.
Yeah, that was an awesome opportunity. I appreciate it very much.
We loved it. And then now you have your salon. So where could they find you if they're thinking, I just moved to the area, to the DMV, I'm looking, or so-and-so screwed up my hair?
Yeah. Well, so, hey, I specialize in color corrections.
Oh.
So that is like my absolute favorite thing. If you have like some tragedy hair appointment, please call me. Like, I am certified, American Board certified hair colorist. So I'm actually educated and fixing hair problems.
I love it.
So if they're new to the area, easy to find me. I have my own website too, monicacolburn.com. And anywhere that you can find me, I'm on there. You can email me. You can find my location, phone number, everything.
So I'm a novice in all of these beauty products and beauty things. So color correct in the studio.
Like,
they're laughing at me in the studio. Tell me really quick. So it's what? I went and dyed my hair maybe blonde and it turned out.
Okay. So like, for example, after COVID, of course, all salons were closed. So everyone is at home doing whatever crazy box colors or buying stuff on Amazon. I don't know where they found their tools. But people came in with some crazy colors. This one girl had an at-home balayage kit. It just looked like cheetah print, So basically, when you're in a situation of totally crazy color and or you got it done somewhere and they didn't do it correctly, you come to me and then I can fix it for you. Absolutely.
For those listening, we're still kind of in COVID. There's certain regulations. For those that are concerned about coming into a salon like the one you have in Old Town, like, can you talk briefly just about kind of the safety precautions that you take?
Absolutely. Personally, I go and get COVID tested at least once a month. That's just because I do travel in this general area pretty often, and then as well in the salons, like, honestly, salon protocol, if you followed correct protocol previously, your salon should already be very clean. You need to be cleaning after each client. Of course, you use a new cape after each client. We are spraying everything down with barbicide, which kills. It's like basically like hospital grade cleaner.
Wow.
Okay. Also, this is the same solution that we put all of our tools into after we do each client. Everyone wears masks, of course. Right now, our salon is large enough to support 4 people, but we're only working 2 people at a time. Even though each of our 4 stations are still 6 feet apart. So basically, myself and my business partner work like 15 feet away from each other with people as well wearing masks. So I feel pretty good about it. It was a little bit strange at first but now we're really getting the hang of it, and I think that our clients are feeling very comfortable as well. I'm also doing mostly one-on-one appointments, where before, like people double book, you're doing 2 or 3 clients at a time. So I actually enjoy that because I feel as though there's not as much pressure to be working as quickly as before. I can really take my time, spend it with my one client, one-on-one appointment, private appointment, and I think it makes everyone else feel more comfortable as well now.
And that's typically a 1 hour or half-hour appointment?
Well, it all depends. Yeah, like haircuts, usually it's about an hour, give or take. Some of my color services take 6 hours. Like all day long we're working, and those are sometimes really, those are my favorite appointments because I really create a relationship with my client. We're working together all day long, like super long hair appointment. That's usually when we're doing like rainbow colors or like purple hair, something like that, because it's like 2 or 3 services in one, you know? So yeah, potentially you can spend your whole day with me if you want to.
Rainbow colors, that is fun. What's the craziest design you've done for someone?
Oh, wow. So I've done hair shows where there's like avant-garde pieces. So one time I created this hair piece where my client, or well, model I should say, was Harley Quinn.
Oh, wow.
And so I dyed her hair red and black on either side, and then we created hair like these 2 big horns, because you know Harley Quinn, like the Joker.
Yeah.
So I literally did Poison Ivy, the Joker, and Harley Quinn.
Oh, wow.
So that I had one girl with very short hair. It was green, and we did like Joker makeup on her, like cut her face and stuff. Poison Ivy, my Poison Ivy girl was actually featured in Modern Salon magazine.
Wow.
So that was my first like published piece, which was like blew my mind. It was so cool. But yeah, the Harley Quinn we made out of braiding hair and like glue, and just wrapped it around styrofoam and bent it up, and then we added it onto a headband, put it on her head, and then it looked like it was hair.
Wow.
You know, so once you get into the avant-garde or like hair show stuff, you totally break the box of hairdressing, because then you have to kind of switch your mind over to find other forms of fabric to create hair looks, you know? So that's one great thing that kind of helped me with hair design is you think about hair as fabric, not as like someone's straight hair coming out of their head, you know?
If someone's interested in hair design and what that looks like, you know, like what are the steps? Like where should they go online, or what should they start thinking about doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So there is NAHA Awards. So that is a hair awards thing that they do every year, basically, where there's all these different categories that you can enter. I go on there to see people who have put their photos up or submitted their work for those awards for inspiration. And as well, honestly, like just as if you were doing a fashion show or something, like when they create a vision board for the hair and all of the clothes people are wearing, it's not specifically this is what I want it to look like, but more colors or textures or patterns, you know, to kind of create the piece of art that you're looking for. So I get a lot of my inspiration from the NAHA Awards, for sure.
Yeah, and for those thinking about doing it themselves or coming to see you, talk about chemicals and what's used when doing hair. I know that's a concern for some people.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So that is the most important thing with colors, for sure, is like people need to understand you're literally applying chemicals onto people's body, you know? That is definitely why I'm so passionate about education as well, because I really feel like you need to understand the chemical reaction that's happening. You're not just like mixing up some color, throw it on there, and pray to God that it's going to turn out right, because it doesn't always happen, you know? So definitely it's very important for people to go as like a customer perspective, definitely do some research, some background research on your hairdresser that you're going to. Simply ask them, you know, like what education have you done? What advanced education have you taken? Because they don't teach you how to do hair in hair school, honestly. They teach you like basically how to clean your tools, basic safety protocols, how to identify certain like skin, hair, and nail diseases, but the actual chemicals that you're using, how you're supposed to mix them, et cetera, et cetera. As a hairdresser, you need to take the responsibility to go to advanced education, thoroughly understand each color line that you're using, how it works, how to apply it, and then you're like good to go. I use personally L'Oreal Professional products. So I like to go to the L'Oreal Academy in New York City. They totally lay everything down for you, all the way down to like the ingredients in each product. I'm like a total science person. So I want to know, like, I want to be able to explain to you, like, this is iodine G and this is what it does for your hair, you know? So I think once you get that thorough, then you know it well enough, then you could teach it back to your clients. You could teach it back to other hairdressers as well, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it's fun, Monica. We were chatting before we started today and about the different businesses. You know, it's not just that you do the salon. You have other things that you do beyond that. Can you share some of that with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I like to say that I am like everything beauty. Like I love everything beauty, not just hair, but makeup, all the way down to wellness, because beauty really starts from the inside out. You got to take care of yourself, you know? So my main full-time job is I'm a hairdresser full-time. I also dabble in education, so I'm a licensed cosmetology instructor as well. So this allows me to be able to go into hair schools to teach people that do not have a license. Regular hairdressers, anyone can teach anyone who already has a license. And then as well, outside of the salon, I'm a market partner with a company called Modern Nature, or Monate for short. And this is a vegan beauty business. We are hair, skin, and wellness products. So we supply people with shampoos, conditioners, all hair products for styling, as well as like skin cleansers. We have a whole men's skincare line. And then we just dropped our wellness line. So as I was saying, beauty from the inside out, we have like collagen, greens, probiotics, stuff like that. Because you can use great products, put it on the outside, but if your inside's not good, it'll always reflect on your skin and hair.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I found interesting is I studied beauty, of course. I mean, I've studied beauty, but the simple things when it comes to rest, sleep, water, nutrition. From your background, can you give maybe the listeners 3 things that beyond applying makeup, here's 3 things you could do right away and your body will respond quickly and start looking better?
Absolutely. So I used to be like, you're talking about makeup here. So I used to be like makeup girl. Like, I mean, like I would not leave my house without makeup on. And I thought it was beautiful because it was art, but then I wanted to get into more loving myself for who I am without makeup, you know, because you can definitely do that as well. Look naturally beautiful without makeup, love yourself. So something that I recently did that I noticed a huge difference, and it's going to sound crazy to most people, but I totally cut alcohol. And I noticed immediately my skin changes, like all the redness goes away. I'm not as puffy.
Wow.
Even like in my body, I don't feel as bloated because alcohol literally inflames your body from the inside out, you know? And then as well, it creates like a lot of mental issues for people that you don't realize unless you totally cut it, you know? So I feel like alcohol is very much a part of the American culture. It's very accepted to drink regularly. And in my industry, I mean, hairdressers are pretty crazy. I mean, it's all like we're always partying too outside the salon, you know? But you have to take care of your body. So definitely cut alcohol. Water, big. Like your body is made up of over 70% water, right? I personally at least try to drink a gallon a day.
Wow.
So how much water do you drink, James?
Well, there was a program out there that was called 75 Hard. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, I have. So you go for 75 days, right?
And
it's
you
just,
drink a gallon of water a day.
I love that because it's just a commitment to yourself. It's not like a diet, you know? So yeah, the 1 gallon of water a day. So water helps all of your cells in your body to renew, right? Water also helps to flush all of your system out. So the more water you drink, the quicker you get rid of toxins in your body, the quicker that your cells can renew. As well as if you're trying to like lose weight or whatever, you're just trying to be more healthy in general, it helps to flush fat out of your body. It helps to flush toxins out of your body. So a gallon of water a day, no alcohol. My third one, I think really honestly, like just get outside like for 15 minutes a day, breathe fresh air, especially with what's been happening with everyone pretty much working from home, you know. A lot of people previously, even if it was just walking from your house to the metro or the bus to your work, you know, like now people are very sedentary, and you don't really realize it, that is what is making you want to sit down longer, is you sitting down forever, you know? So if you just get up 15 minutes, go outside, go for a walk, breathe some fresh air. I like to do it in the afternoon when it's sunny out as well. You know, get some vitamin D. The vitamin D from the sun is way better than any vitamin D you can actually supplementally take. So yeah, get outside, fresh air, move your body, no alcohol, gallon of water. Those are my 3 faves.
You may have lost some. I wish no alcohol was third, because you may have lost some people right at the beginning.
Well, I know. So listen, with my no alcohol journey, I have tried to do this so many times. So many times. I mean, there was a year where I'm like, oh, I've only drank 5 times this year. But and I always was doing it thinking like, oh, eventually, like, I'll drop this and, like, I'll pick it back up. You know, like, why? Why should I? You know, like, it didn't bring anything good to me. I wasted a lot of money on it.
The bar tabs are crazy for people.
Okay, so I just went to Vegas.
Okay.
And
yeah, those tabs.
So I'm like, I don't have to bring $10,000 because I'm not buying $25 drinks. You know, like, I didn't spend my money on not wasting it, but just like burning it up. You know, I spent it more on experiences, investing my money more than wasting it on drinks, you know?
Yeah.
So it feels good now to say, totally quit drinking, and I'm never going back just because I don't want to. It like blows people's minds.
Good for you. It has to be a lifestyle change.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And you just talked about investing, and when we were chatting earlier today, you talked about there's some investment strategies that are out there with money that people don't know about, and you've taken some fun rides in just the last year. Can you share a little bit about that?
Sure. So I also dabble in trading, penny stocks, and I do Forex trading and something else called high frequency Forex trading. Also trade a little bit of cryptocurrencies. I'm getting more into crypto because honestly, like, our paper money is like not real. I mean, if you do some research on money in the United States and around the whole world, it's interesting how cryptocurrency is really coming up because people want to get above what can federally kind of be limited.
Mandated, sure.
Yeah, exactly. So with my Forex, I just do it kind of as a fun thing, but I also know people that do it full time. And that is incredible to me because it's their full-time job, and they basically mentor me and they've taught me a lot of things. Personally, just recently, I invested into Dogecoin over the summertime last year in July.
Okay.
So mind you, I'm like, no job because the salon's
you're in the middle of
closed.
COVID, and you're like, I'm just going to invest some money.
So I have all my mentors like, just put in $200. I'm like, I don't even want to spend $200 right now, you know? And I'm like, whatever. If you guys say do it, I'm just going to do it. What the hell? Yeah. It was at 0.001 cents back in July, okay? And nobody believed in this crypto because it was created as literally a joke currency. Like, it's never going to come up. It's been a penny since 2013, less than a penny, since 2013. And just recently, my Doge hit like over $10,000. So when these cryptocurrencies go up, like I checked it the other day. Look, I can check it right now. It was at like 40 cents. And it goes up and down. And this is more of like a long-term thing that I invest in, like more so for like retirement or something, you know, like I don't.
You put a 1,000 into it?
Less than 1,000. Yeah. I've only invested about 500.
Wow.
And now it's over 10,000, which is incredible. Today right now it's worth 30 cents. So, and it moves all day long. So that's something fun.
I know. I saw on her phone, it showed going up, going down.
Yep, all day long. It's live. It moves all day long. So what's awesome more about Forex as well is that there's no limits on the stocks. No limits on the stock market, where here you only can like trade New York Stock Exchange, where with the Forex, you can literally trade during our stock times. You can trade during Europe stock times. You can trade during Australia stock times. You can trade during Japan stock times.
Wow.
So there's the ability to access trillions of dollars compared to just the New York Stock Exchange, you know?
Awesome. From $500 to $10,000. That's a nice little ride.
Incredible. Yes, absolutely.
Tell me about a ride that wasn't fun. Have you done any of those?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, honestly, it's all a part of the game. I mean, but as long as you get more wins than losses, then you still come out on top, you know? But what it is you have to be educated to know how much to leverage per move, you know? I mean, you don't want to, like, put in a move that's going to totally drain your account, you know? So depending on how much money you have in your account, you leverage a percentage. Usually we do like 3%, 5%, and then you start to compound your account, you know? So then with every move you make, you have more money, and if you ever take a loss, it's not going to totally drain you, you know? People can be irresponsible and take like big, huge moves, which will give you a huge gain if it comes through. But if you lose it, then you're like, oh my God, I hate this. I'm never doing it again. But you're not trading correctly. You know, like there's certain rules that you just have to follow to be successful, basically.
Yeah, it's the big if, right?
Yeah.
If this pays out. I've heard people in the financial world say, hey, look, best thing, look for singles and doubles, not home runs. You go to home runs, you're going to strike out and you could lose all your money.
Exactly. Quick. So fast.
Yeah. So now, this will be recording today as far as when it goes live. Anything that people should be on the lookout for? What's the next best tip for stocks or for Bitcoin right now?
Yes. Okay. So right now there is a new currency, cryptocurrency that is called OMI. It's OMI. So this is really coming up big in the e-commerce world. So have you heard of these tokens? Like that people are doing with the what in the world that you can purchase like artwork with them, you can purchase music, and basically you have all 100% rates when you use this non-fungible token. Okay. So the AMI, that is going to be really big into investing into what is next in the e-commerce world and digital currencies, digital transactions. So AMI, O-M-I.
Wow.
That's a new one I just got into.
I love it. All right, I'm going to be the old person in the room because I am.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
And I even called it Bitcoin just because, you know, so in crypto world, now obviously it makes sense. When I invest in a company and then they're trading, then of course if the company's successful and their dividends go up, then my stock goes up, I make money.
Correct.
With cryptocurrency, what's to stop it from, you know, going up to the level you just mentioned and then it just disappearing?
Crashing. Yeah. So basically right now what's helping a lot of these cryptos grow is that there's more platforms that's offering you to use them as a currency. Okay. So the more companies that say, sure, I'll accept Dogecoin as a currency, the more valuable it's going to be, you know? So as all of these platforms are growing and accepting more digital currencies, digital currency will eventually start to grow larger and take over. I mean, what's to say that the United States economy is not going to crash and our dollar's not going to be worth anything, you know? So, I mean, there's always that what if the economy crashes? But I guess, like, you kind of just, you have to watch the economics of it. Like, you can get on and see, like, the Forex forecast every day, what's happening around the world with the economy. And even something as simple as Biden doing a speech could severely affect certain currencies, you know? I mean, so you have to kind of like really pay attention to what's going on daily or weekly and how it will affect the current trades that you're in right now.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, we have a segment that we talk and ask about your favorite books,
Okay.
and because we want people to really become. We'll scratch that. So we want people to really further not just their education, but who they are as a person. And we feel that books can do that the quickest, right? It's almost like having a personal mentor in your library, in your office, wherever you are at home. Can you share with us a book that has either shaped the way you're thinking or changed your life or been influential?
Yes. So one of my clients actually gifted me this book. and it's called The Business of the 21st Century, and it was written by Robert T. Kiyosaki,
yeah.
there we go. So it's the same guy. Most people are familiar with Rich Dad, Poor Dad, okay? And it's incredible because this man, like, came from nothing. If people know anything about his background. So The Business of the 21st Century, this book just basically touches on network marketing, how to improve your business online through e-commerce. It doesn't matter what type of business you're in. In my opinion, if you're not online, you're literally dying. Like the amount of people that you can affect through Facebook advertisement now is millions, billions. Like every single person is walking around with a smartphone in their hands, you know, compared to if you're going to advertise your business through zip code mail outs or something like that, you know? So, which I'm totally not hating on, but the Business of the 21st Century basically touches on how to be ahead of that curve, how to get out there and advertise your business more a part of the 21st century style.
Yeah. Oh, very cool. We'll have to add that to the coffer of books that we review and take a look at. Let's touch on that for a moment on social media because a lot of times when people are looking at beauty, can be very grassroots. What have you done for your salon in generating business from online?
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, to be successful on social media, you must be active, right? So it's crazy because social media feels like a job to me sometimes. Like I literally have to schedule it into my day because otherwise the day gets away from you. Next thing you know, it's midnight and you're like, OMG, I have not posted on Instagram. And that sounds crazy, you know, but it's real. You have to be active all the time to get people to see you. So social media for my business is absolutely incredible. Like my Monate business is pretty much, I would say 75% of it is run off of social media. The other 25% I do sales in my chair, of course, because it ties in. But basically what the Monate is social selling. So it's as simple as you post about a product, someone messages you about it, you make a sale, you know? And what I love about that is the opportunity for me to make an impact on thousands of people compared to the one person sitting in front of me is so much greater, you know? And then as well, as far as for my salon, just simply using my Instagram as like an online portfolio, basically. In previous years, hairdressers would have, I mean, you would carry around a binder with photos that you've taken of hair, literally, you know? Yeah. And so when you go to a job interview, like, here's my book of all of my hair, you know, and this is everything I published. This is what I've done. What do you think? Where now, I mean, okay, this is amazing. My home hairdressing business that I do, the man that owns this app that I do house calls on, he found me on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
I got that job purely off of Instagram. And I thought it was a joke at first. Honestly, like he messaged me like, hey, I'm really interested in you working for our brands, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this man did not just find me on Instagram, but he was looking to build his DC team and purely found me through hashtags.
Wow.
You know, I get clients through Instagram all of the time. People message me like, hey, I saw your work pops up on my Explore, or something as simple as my client will tag me in their post. And they're like, oh my God, I love my friend's hair. You did her hair. How can I get in touch with you? How can I make an appointment with you? You know? So social media is a great advertisement tool and it's free, which is incredible. You know?
Yeah, and you have to know what to navigate, and you have to know those hashtags. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if they're in an industry outside of the salon business or the other ones you mentioned, how does someone do the research to know which hashtags to find out for their industry?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Okay, so let's talk about let's say you're a music artist. Okay, we'll go off that. So what I like to tell people is have a good 3 to 5 people that you idolize. They don't have to be famous, or you just idolize their Instagram. You think their page looks awesome. They get great content. They have tons of people reacting to them, whatever it may be. You go on their page, look at the hashtags they're using, okay? Then click on that hashtag and find 5 more people under that hashtag that's made a post. Look at their hashtags, you know? Look where they're putting their location. Just because I'm in DC, I don't have to tag that I'm in DC. if I'm trying to, like, if I'm a music artist, I want to affect people in Los Angeles, tag that you're at Ritz-Carlton in Los Angeles, then that's what your audience will be, right? As well as certain times that you post. Like if you're trying to hit a certain audience in a certain time zone, then you would want to post it when they're most active on social media, which typically is right in the morning. People wake up, they slam, get right on their phone, or right before you go to bed as well. That's a really great time. And there's actually tools on Instagram, if you create a business profile, where it tells you like what times you're more active, or what times, other people are more active on your page. And as well, if you run Facebook ads or Instagram ads, I personally feel like Facebook ads are more useful. They hit more people, but that will literally tell you, did men or women click on your ad? What is their age group? Where are they located? So if you just throw out a couple of ads, just invest like $10 or $15 a week, you can kind of collect some data to see who is looking at your page. And then you have to cater your post to your audience, because it doesn't matter what you like if it doesn't get you any likes,
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, the name of the game is to get likes, get saves, create content that's going to bring traction to your brands, So yeah, you basically have to post whatever your consumers want to see.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us for the Legacy Elevated podcast, where we reveal the ways to impact the world and leave a legacy that empowers the next generation. Follow us at Legacy Elevated on YouTube and Instagram. And if you have a business that can inspire others, reach out to us today.